This is News Hour on Ifako Radio. Good morning. I'm Olanireti, Ololade. The major headlines. Electoral Act. Senate rejects fresh amendment as Atiku Obi Amechi pushback. Presidential election holds January 16. Governorship February 6th. FCCPC probes fare fixing by local airlines. Unions insist on reversal of alcohol in sachet ban. Entertainment. Omotola Jalade Ekeyinde showcases mother's love at spa. Eniola Badmus denies pimp claims, threatens legal action. News in detail. Electoral Act. Senate rejects fresh amendments as Atiku Obi Amechi pushback. Leaders of the opposition African Democratic Congress and the New Nigeria People's Party on Thursday mounted fresh pressure on the National Assembly, demanding an immediate amendment of the Electoral Act 2026, which they described as anti-democratic and skewed ahead of 2027 general elections. The Senate, however, swiftly dismissed the agitation, advising opposition leaders Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, and Rotimi Amechi to pursue their concerns within the framework of the National Assembly. Speaking at a press conference in Abuja, National Chairman of the New Nigeria People's Party, Ajuji Ahmed, said the contentious provisions must be expunged without delay. Under the Electoral Act 2022, political parties were permitted to nominate candidates through direct primaries, involving all registered members, indirect primaries conducted by delegates, or by consensus arrangements reached by party leaders. However, the 2026 Electoral Act recently passed by the National Assembly and assented to by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on February 18th restricts parties to only direct primaries and consensus options. In addition, the new law shortens campaign periods and timelines for primaries, while funding for the Independent National Electoral Commission will now be released 6 months before an election instead of the previous 12 months. Presidential election holds January 16, governorship February 6. The presidential election will be held on January 16 according to a revised timetable for 2026 general election. The National Assembly election will be on the same day. The timetable and schedule of activities made available last night by the Independent National Electoral Commission post the governorship and House of Assembly elections for February 6th. A statement by INEC's Chairman of Information and Voter Education Committee, Malam Mohammed Kudu Arino, said the Osun governorship poll has also been shifted from August 8th to August 15th. He did not give the reason for the 1 week shift. FCCPC probes fare fixing by local airlines. The Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission has uncovered protection commission. Sorry, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission has uncovered patterns of price manipulation by some domestic airlines during the December 2025 festive season, raising fresh concerns about consumer exploitation and competition in Nigeria's aviation sector. According to an interim review released by the agency on Thursday, it said development raised fresh concerns over consumer exploitation and market competition in Nigeria's aviation sector. The interim report, released by the Commission's Department of Surveillance and Investigation, followed an industry-wide probe announced in January. According to the report, preliminary analysis of data obtained from local airlines shows that ticket fares during the festive peak were significantly higher than post-peak levels in January 2026. despite relative stability in key operating variables such as aviation, fuel, government taxes, and foreign exchange. The Commission, in a statement signed by its Director of Corporate Affairs, Ondaje Jagwe, said the forensic exercise compared domestic pricing trends during the December festive rush with subsequent fare levels. It noted that difference observed in ticket prices appear to reflect airlines' discretionary pricing decisions rather than external cost pressures. Six Ondo fake pastors arrested over miracles. The Ondo State Police Command on Thursday announced the arrest of 6 men who allegedly posed as pastors and defrauded unsuspecting residents of Idori community in Idori local government area of the state through staged miracles. In a statement issued by the Command's Police Public Relations Officer, Jimo Kazim, the suspects were identified simply as Father Osi, Ololade, Tijani, Yanolua, Arijesu Lola, and Adimola. The police stated that the arrest followed an intelligence-driven operation conducted on February 16, 2026 by operatives of the Command's tactical team in collaboration with community safety officers. On 16 February 2026, operatives of Command's tactical team in collaboration with the community safety officers carried out a well-coordinated operation following credible information about the activities of a suspected fraud syndicate operating within Idori and St. Mary's, the statement read. The operation led to the arrest of 6 suspects alleged to have organized and executed fraudulent schemes targeted at unsuspecting members of the public. Preliminary investigations revealed that the suspects posed as pastors and religious leaders, staging fake miracles and spiritual intervention to gain the confidence and trust of their victims. Army foils kidnap attempt, rescues 3 victims in Enugu. Troops of Sector 1 under Operation Wellstroke have foiled the kidnapping attempts along the Enugu-Otukpo Road, rescuing 3 victims. The development was disclosed in a statement issued on Thursday by Acting Media Information Officer Headquarters Joint Task Force Operation, Wellstroke, Lieutenant Ahmed Zubairo. According to the statement, the incident occurred on February 25, 2026, when troops deployed at the Forward Operation Base Otukpo received credible intelligence during a night patrol that an 18-seater Benue Lynx bus with registration number TYK221YK had been seized by suspected kidnappers. The vehicle was said to be conveying 4 passengers and the minor at the time of the attack. Acting swiftly on the intelligence, troops mobilized to the scene and trailed the kidnappers along their withdrawal route, the statement read. It added that the troops' prompt response forced the criminals to abandon 3 of the victims, noting that no direct contact was made during the pursuit. However, the troops recovered 1 mobile phone believed to belong to the kidnappers at the scene. Unions insist on reversal of alcohol in sessions ban. The standoff between labor unions and Nigeria Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control entered the 7th day yesterday as members of the Nigeria Labour Congress and the Food, Beverage and Tobacco Senior Staff Association barricaded the NAFDAC office in Isolo, Lagos, chanting, "No work for us, no work for you." Protesters blocked the entrance of the Lagos office of the NAFDAC from about 7 a.m., preventing staff from accessing the premises for roughly 2 hours. Normal operations were temporarily disrupted until police officers from the Odiolowo Divisional Headquarters intervened, restoring access to the building around 11 a.m. No incidents of violence were reported. Union leaders declared that the process would continue until their grievances are addressed. Sealed factories reopened and subsequent reinstatement of sacked workers. This is day 7, and we are not backing down. We'll continue until our cry is heard. Jeffrey Egan, National Secretary of FOPTOP Employees, said, echoing the mood of hundreds of aggrieved workers gathered outside the premises. The protest is linked to NAFDAC's enforcement of a ban affecting sachet alcohol and 10-sale PET bottled products, which has resulted in the sealing of several indigenous factories, depots, and warehouses nationwide. Entertainment. Omotola Jalade Ekehinde showcases mother's love at PAF. Nigerian screen icon Omotola Jalade Ekehinde, aka Omosexy, has screened a debut feature film, Mother's Love, at the 34th edition of the Pan-Africa Film Festival in Los Angeles. In recent months, the actress and producer has premiered the project across multiple international platforms, including the Dubai International Film Festival, the Silicon Valley African Film Festival, the Toronto International Film Festival, and the African International Film Festival. With more than 3 decades in Nollywood, Omotola's latest project marks her first outing as a feature film producer. 30 years in the industry, and this is my first movie, and it's a gift to families, she said. Among those in attendance at the Los Angeles screening was Iton actor and humanitarian Jimmy Jean Louis, alongside diaspora creatives and industry stakeholders. The Lagos premiere of Mother's Love is scheduled for March 1, with a nationwide theatrical release set for March 6, 2026. The film tells the story of love, family, sacrifice, and the cost of love when power and fear collide. Eniola Badmos denies PIM claims, threatens legal action. Actress Eniola Badmos has refuted claims made in a viral social media post, alleging she acts as a private PIM, connecting young women to directors, movie executives, and politicians. In a reaction on Thursday, Badmos described the accusation as false and attention seeking, warning that authorities would intervene. This is the attention you've been craving for, so let's get into it. This is a false accusation, and authorities will step in. Let it be known that we do not forgive in this zone, she wrote. Following her response, the user behind the post identified as Femzi issued an apology, admitting the claims were baseless and made without evidence. I sincerely apologize to Ms. Eniola Badmos, her family, friends, fans, and everyone affected by my recent tweets. The post accusing her of exploitation, linking young girls to movie and political figures, and pimping was wrong, irresponsible, and made without evidence. I deeply regret spreading such damaging and false information, he wrote. Recap of the major headlines. Electoral Act. Recap of the major headlines. Electoral Act. Senate rejects fresh amendments as Atiku Obi Amechi pushback. Presidential election holds January 16. Governorship February 6. FCCPC probes fare fixing by local airlines. Unions insist on reversal of alcohol in sachet ban. Entertainment. Omotola Jalade Ekehinde showcases mother's love at spa. Eniola Badmos denies PIM claims, threatens legal action. Follow us on all our social media handles. Facebook at Ifako Radio, WhatsApp at Ifako Radio, X at Ifako Radio, YouTube at Ifako Radio, TikTok at Ifako Radio, Instagram at Ifako_radio. For news reporting, contact us at ifakoradio@gmail.com or call or WhatsApp 091 2222 7433. Special thanks to the news producer Olanireti. Thanks for watching. I'm Olanireti Ololade. Have a wonderful weekend. God bless you.